Fantastic. Well, we can get started. I am actually going to stop sharing my screen for just a second, so I can see everybody. Really excited to be here. My name is Mike. I'm actually calling from a hotel room in Phoenix, Arizona, or Scottsdale, Arizona. I am at this event called the 100-Year EdTech Project, where I'm also doing some presenting and designing with a bunch of university leaders, trying to figure out where EdTech is going over the next 100 years. One of the things that we all agree on, we don't all agree on everything. One of the things that we all agree on in this space is that AI is going to be a huge part of that. Also, probably why you're a part of the session. So really excited to sort of meet you all. Yeah, what up, Brian? Um, Good to see you. So what we're gonna do to start this out is you totally don't have to, but like it looks like Mariana came on camera. This first thing that we're gonna do is gonna be a lot better if you come on camera. Um, but what we'll do, and maybe I'll have to use Ryan for this, but what I would love to do is I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 12. And I need someone to guess that number. But what we're going to do is you're going to think of the number in your head and do not put it in the chat now. I will count down from 3 and we'll all put the number in the chat. Um, totally cool. Or we'll all put the number in the chat, and whoever's closest to my number, which I will also put in the chat, um, you're going to be selected to do something. All right. So think of the number between 1 and 12. Type that number in the chat, but don't hit enter yet. Now hit enter in 3, 2, 1. Oh, this actually works out. My number was 3. So I guess you round down for this. So technically, Ryan, you would be closer to my number.
Not
Now,
Mariana. All right.
oh, she's 4. I didn't see that. Mariana, you're 4.
I don't know the rules,
Great.
but
No, that is. I didn't see 4. I didn't see 4. I passed. I passed. Great, cool. Thanks
if
for
it
reading
was
those numbers.
if it was
Okay.
$500 prize though, then we can renegotiate the rules.
Yeah. Oh, Susan, I'm Mike. I put my number in there. um, I'll do my intro in just a second. So, Mariana, congratulations. You have won a new job as a dance teacher. Are
Fun.
you, yeah, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. Even
Good. Good.
though I
Okay,
can't
so
dance.
that's okay. That's okay. Because actually for this activity as the dance teacher, you're not even allowed to dance. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna think of a dance in your head. And the brave ones will come on camera and they will perform said dance. You have to teach them the dance, but you cannot move your body in any way. You can only use words to tell them how to do the dance. Okay? Do you have a dance in your head? It can be from TikTok, it can be from your childhood, it can be any dance.
Got it.
Okay. So I'm handing over the facilitation to you. You instruct us on how we're going to do this dance.
So I'm just gonna say words or
Say what you can't move your
okay.
body.
Okay. So you're going to I don't even know if I remember how to do it myself. You're gonna put your feet together and stand straight. And you're gonna slide your right foot back a little. It's almost like I have to do it to figure it out.
Oh, you can't do it. You can't do it.
Oh, I can't do it. I have to figure it out myself though. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to slide your right foot back, but as you're sliding your right foot back, you're going to put pressure on your tippy toe for a second, and then the pressure is going to move to your right foot's going to slide back, your left foot's going to stand still, and actually the weight is going to be on your left foot. And as you're sliding your right foot back, no weight is going to be on your right foot, and you're going to you're gonna slide it back and then end in a tippy toe. So you'll slide it back a few inches and then end in a tippy toe. And then the weight's gonna shift to the right side. You're gonna put your foot flat and your weight's gonna shift to the right side and you're gonna slide your left foot back with all the weight on your right side. So it almost looks like your left foot is hanging, but it looks like it's touching the ground, but it's like air, like there's no weight on it. It's super light. And then you're gonna slide that foot back again. And as you end, you're gonna end in a tippy toe. Again, no weight is on that left foot. Everything's on the right. And you're gonna switch and keep going back and forth. So
Whoa.
you're gonna it's like you're shifting your weight from right to left. And as you shift, so again, stand straight, slide
Can I solve the
your,
puzzle? I think I know.
do you guys know what I'm doing? Anybody got
think-
it?
I think I don't,
So you're gonna,
can you go-
again, both feet are gonna be straight. You're gonna slide your right foot starting first. All the weight's on your left foot. So your right foot's just kind of like, if you can just like hang your foot and like move it back and forth, not even touching the ground. And then you're actually gonna touch the ground and you're gonna put your weight on the left, slide back, and in a tippy toe, put that right foot down. You're gonna now put the weight on the right foot, slide back. Yeah, I don't know. Did it work?
I don't know. Did it? You guys, let me know in the chat or come off mute and
I
tell
don't
us
know
like.
I don't know if anybody knows what I was trying to do, but I was trying to learn that years ago and I couldn't figure it out, but I was like, maybe someone will guess what I'm trying to do.
Hey, what was the dance? What were you
I have a
trying to do?
guess. Can I guess?
Yeah,
Was it a moonwalk?
yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It
Did anybody get it?
is hard. It
Megan
is a
said-
very hard
Like-
dance.
I can do the moonwalk. I know.
It's all about shifting your weight.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
this is why I
Mariana,
don't
how did
teach dance. See?
that's why you don't teach it. How did that feel? Like what was
Why don't teach
difficult? Easy, what was difficult about it?
It was challenging.
What about it was challenging? Why?
I wanted to show you. It's like being able to demo it and show you, you can actually see my like shift in the weight. And when I explained it, like your foot's kind of like in the air and it's just floating, but yet touching the ground, you can actually see it if I show you with my feet, and I couldn't do that. So, and I couldn't even remember how to do it without doing it myself. I had to just reimagine that I was actually doing it. So it was challenging because I couldn't do it.
Quick question though. Why didn't you just tell us we were doing the moonwalk?
Could I have? I didn't
Yeah.
know the rules.
Yeah, you just couldn't do it.
Oh, I didn't think about that. So, well, that would have been helpful. Sorry about that.
Well, no. No need to apologize. This is how it's supposed to go, right? So the reason why we started that way is because we're about to jump into a session where you're going to have a chance to create your own AI tool. It's for a lot of reasons, right? Typically speaking, like when emerging technologies come out, this thing happens where like the quote unquote experts, meaning people sitting at Harvard or people in Silicon Valley, they get the chance to use and shape what these tools become. And that's not actually the case with AI. With AI, it's all about the democratization of the tool. But I like to start up this way and warm up, not only because it's active and gets people standing up, but because teaching somebody how to dance where you can't do the dance move is a lot like prompting an AI. You can't show an AI exactly what you want it to do. You can't say, hey, go look at that picture over there in a lot of cases. There are some cases where you can kind of do that. But you have to be really, really descriptive with what you want the AI to do. And sometimes even if it's like naming the thing, right? Like I want you to be this, or I want you to do this. So that's why we started that way. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen to take us into some stuff. So what I'm going to do now, I'll introduce myself finally. My name is Mike. I'm Mike in the chat. I am the director of troublemaking at the Reinvention Lab at Teach for America. Instead of director of troublemaking, I'm really a senior designer there. I run our entire AI effort, and then I lead another effort focused on post-secondary pathways, which is basically like we're trying to find creative ways to help students figure out what they do with life after high school. And so that brings me to this work. I have been working in the lab for 3.5 years, but I started working at the intersection of AI and education before it was cool, before anybody really knew what it was. We were still calling it adaptive learning technology. We hadn't had the word large language model in our lexicon yet, but we tried to build what ChatGPT is now 6 years ago. And we tried to do it just for school. We acquired a part of IBM Watson to do that. And it did not work. It was terrible. Kids hated it. So I come to this work with a whole lot of fire and encouragement, because I think that like you guys as teachers and as administrators, you should not only like know about like these tools, like meaning that you should not only know that they exist, but you should know how to use them. It doesn't mean that you have to be an expert. It doesn't mean that you have to read Claude Shannon's The Communication of Mathematics. It just means that you have to have experiences with these tools, be able to tinker and play around with them, so that when it comes time for you to actually like build for your own purposes, like you can leverage the tools to make your life easier, or to make your life more efficient, or to make your life more fun. So that's what brings me to the work. That's who I am. And I'm gonna move us along. So on the screen, we're gonna use the chat again for this. You see the 4 phases of Cat Williams with AI. I don't know if you guys saw the original Club Shay Shay interview. It's like 3 hours long, but Cat lit the world on fire. It was crazy. So when you think about AI, right? When you think about it as it pertains to your school, your own personal life, um, uh, just throw in the chat which number you currently are. Like which number describes how you're feeling about AI at this moment. Whether it's nervous, you tried it, you don't like it, not sure how to use it, or you're already using it. Yeah, me too. All right, Laura, I see you. 3.5. If you put a 4, I'm also really interested, either off mute or in the chat, what tool you're using. I think we might. Cool. So we've got a lot of people who are either not sure how to use it, or they're 3.5 is in the like not sure, but they're kind of using it. This is actually perfect. No matter where you are on this spectrum, we we can help you. Oh man, Canva AI is so good. I love Canva AI. I'm such a big fan of it. We just invested in Magic School, ChatGPT. Oh wow, you guys have Claude, Canva. Wow, wow. Perplexity is really cool. I really like that tool. Cool. You guys already have some experience. Has anybody had a chance to try building their own AI tool? Wouldn't think so. Chatbots. Oh yeah, chatbot scratch. Cool. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Well, hopefully we'll give you an opportunity to do that in this session, which is what I think makes this unique. So the first thing I like to do though is we come here to Project Launcher. I want to show you an example of the type of tool that you're going to be building, or the type of tool that you're going to be using to build. Oh, you learned chatbot scratch in an earlier session. That's cool. Just want to make sure I'm tracking the chat. So you can scan this QR code, or you can enter in that bit.ly into your address. And I'm just gonna into your browser, and I'm gonna put 5 minutes on the clock, turn on some music, and let you play around with that tool. This is a tool called Project Launcher. We built a 2-week summer program at the Reinvention Lab for that second bucket that I mentioned, the post-secondary pathways. And then we used AI to help us enable this program. This is a good example of like how you can use your own AI tools in pursuit of building better learning experiences. So I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes just to play around with that. And like as you play around and as you make observations, you can throw them in the chat, or you can come off mute. My preference is to come off mute, but if you gotta put it in the chat, put it in the chat. So I'll put 5 minutes on the clock to let you guys play and tinker around, and we will catch you on the other side of that. All right, so we'll come back now. Hope you had some time to play with that tool. And it was interesting for you. So what we'll do now is I wanna talk a little bit about the tool, and like what you were thinking, feeling about it. So let me know in the chat, like any observations that you might have had, any thoughts that you got, any ideas that it sparked for you, or come off of mute. That'd be great. I should also add that on that site that you guys probably landed on, um, there was links that didn't work, and that's because they consolidated that tool into one tool. Cool. So no thoughts, no questions, nothing sparked. All right, we'll keep moving. We'll keep moving. So now what we'll do is I'm gonna take you into that tool that's like powering that the platform that you just saw, or the platform that's powering that tool that you just saw. And that would be what's called PlayLab AI. And PlayLab is a tool that actually, I'll just sort of lay out the spiel. PlayLab has a fiscal sponsorship with TFA, which means uh, that we help make sure that all of their stuff is like up to snub when it comes to them raising money. But we also have like a formal partnership with them where, like, if you like this tool today and you're like, hey, I want to actually use that in my classroom, we know the founder, we actually help incubate this tool, so we can like send a message to the founders and be like, hey, get this person access to the tool for free. PlayLab is meant to be free forever. It's a nonprofit, and it's meant to take you from like where you are to building an AI tool very quickly. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to stop sharing here. I'm going to show you how this tool works. I'm going to share in a different place. And then I'll put you into the tool, let you use it. So when you log into PlayLab, I have been doing, like I do these all the time. So I have lots of tools inside of here, but essentially you're going to get a version of this view. And this view is, basically like just like it shows you all the projects that are in a particular workspace. I have a lot of different workspaces. You won't have all of those, but you will have one that looks like this, SequoiaCon, because that's the link you got, where you will get this link. And so what you'll do with this workspace is you'll click new app, which is right here in the I can annotate, boom, right here in the upper right hand corner. Let me clear out my annotations. And I'll take you in there. So once you click new app, it will have you give your app a name, and I'm going to say I'm going to build like a storyteller. Make up funny fakes. Yeah, fake stories. So you'll give your app a name, you'll give it a description. When you click create app, this is where like the magic happens, so to speak. So this this view for PlayLab is the number one view that you have. On the right side here, so when you're looking at the tool, everything on the right side of this green line, this is your command queue. This is where you're going to be doing all of your typing. So when I come in here, I can type whatever I want there. They've already given you this sort of like sentence stem, and you can use this if it helps you get started. Oh, you don't have to follow along right now. I'm just showing you how it works. But if you've already gotten into the tool and you want to follow along, you can totally do that. Totally do that. But so just want to, like, what I typically do with PlayLab, when I come to this is I actually delete everything, and I try to get the bot to do what I want with the least amount of words possible. One of the things that's not actually very obvious that I will show you is there's two types of tools that you can build inside of PlayLab. Most AI like language model tools have two types of tools, and that's a chatbot and a tool. The only difference is that a tool is like a form. It's like you put in 4 or 5 inputs, three inputs, and then the AI takes that and creates something for you, the chatbot is going to have a conversation with you. So we're going to build a chatbot because those are very popular. And I'm gonna tell the AI what to do. I like to tell it who it is. So you're a news reporter who writes funny stories on celebrities. Then I'll tell it what it's going to do. You'll write a story based on a given name that has information about them on the internet. And then I'll give it an example. An example of a celebrity would be Ron James, the NBA player. Then you can also you can give large language models like parameters on how they want to or how they should address people. Be kind and be funny, right? So just with that little bit of text, if I hit start, it's gonna already use that. Just like, hey, welcome to the storyteller. You ready to get started? So yes. So it's already using this prompt to help do something cool. So look, fantastic. Throw a celebrity my way, and I'll dive into some with cool. So the celebrity, I guess we will use Taylor Swift, since everybody loves Tay-Tay right now. And then we will see the chatbot will go ahead and write, oh wow, adopting her 13th cat. Right. So it's going to write this full story. So what it's doing, even with this limited context, the chatbot is able to fill in the gaps. And the reason why that is because I don't know how much you guys have learned about large language models to date, but what all they're doing is predicting what they think you want to come next. And so you'd be surprised at how these models can like you'd be surprised at what they can produce with very little context. So right now, what I'll do is I'll pause for any questions on PlayLab. And if after we answer questions or if there are no questions, then we'll put you directly into the tool so you can start building your own use case. And if we need, you can come off mute, send me a DM for questions. But I want to get you into the tool with just that demo to let you build your own chatbot. Any questions? Great. I'll share two things with you. So number one, all you gotta do is type in that bit.ly link. That bit.ly link will get you into that PlayLab team. We got one for Sequoia Con. Should be super easy to log in. You should be able to log in with Google. Super easy. And let me also drop this in the chat just in case. Great. And before you go off to build, one of the things that you can do is if you're looking for a problem to solve, we're not going to spend too much time diving into the problems that you'll solve. But if you're looking for a problem to solve, one of the things that we like to do is give people these like sentence stems. I wish X existed. I spend too much time doing Y. or I wish there was a way to do Z. So you can definitely use that to organize your problem. But what I'll do is I will put 20 minutes on the clock to allow you to just get into the tool and build. If you need any help or troubleshooting, feel free to come off mute. Feel free to DM me. I'll be watching the chat. I'll actually be building my own tool. I've got something to build for. So I'll put 20 minutes on the clock, and I'll let you guys get into the tool and build. Oh, I see a question. Oh, hey, Austin. I don't know if I say. Yes, you can access this. So that same so since you have signed in with that link, if you actually, I will just type it in the chat for you. Now every time you type playlab.ai, every time you go to that link, you should be able to log in and it will put you right in there. If you have any trouble, I'll put my email in the chat. Yeah, if you have any trouble, just reach out to me and I can reach out to the founders. And if they normally don't throttle or restrict access at all. So yeah, you will have access to not only like the tool that you built, but you should be able to see the others that were built in this session as well. So if you want inspiration or anything like that. Now you are able to, I'll show you this. You're able to publish these tools and they can sort of they can be used, right? So I see like somebody made like, goat sports figures. Somebody made dance instructor, teaches students how to learn new dances, book characters. You can use those in your classroom. If you click the publish button, it'll give you a unique link that you can share with anybody and everybody. And that unique link will allow anyone to use the tool, but they won't see all your prompting and everything. You can even embed that link if you know how to do it. You can embed that link inside of an app. If you are an app developer or have an app developer and you ever build a tool, you can basically you can email Playlab, ask them for the API key, and they can help you integrate that chatbot fully into your app. We've got Playlab tools. We use Playlab at the Reinvention Lab all the time as a prototyping tool. So before we build some new technology or platform, we just try to get it to work with as I don't want to say as little effort, but like as little friction as possible. And Playlab is one of the tools that we use for that. So you will definitely still have access to it. We have just a couple more minutes. I will just ask any other questions or feedback. Last thing I'll do is, as I'm pausing for that. Great. So the thing I'll do, I need to make sure that I do for Ryan is to get your feedback on SequoiaCon by either scanning that QR code or using that link. So they want to know how all the sessions went. So if you could if you would kindly do that survey, and then I will be out of your hair. I will let you guys get back or get to your next session. I don't know if you guys have a session after this, but thank you guys. I really appreciate the time and hope you had a good time building a Playlab.